I'd been working in the corporate rat race for many years. I fell into this job after university and worked my way up the ladder to senior position. And financially I was doing well. I mean, I didn't enjoy the job, but it was all I knew. And it had virtually become my identity, become my life. And then a few months ago now, I found out I was being made redundant, and suddenly the world just fell apart, and I found myself in a total spin with so many questions to try and answer. What am I going to do now? You know, who am I? What do I really want from life? How am I going to support my family?
My chosen profession is still largely male-dominated, so I knew I'd be up against it from the word go. Despite being a woman in a man's world, I wanted to make sure that I made the most of the opportunity. Although I felt confident with my ability to do the job, the whole corporate politics side of things were, well, a bit of a mystery to me. This was my first real job, and the competition was fierce. So I just felt a bit out of my depth when it came to knowing how to go about ensuring my career developed the way I wanted it to.
So what I was looking for was to find a balance between my working life and my home life. But I found it difficult because I felt like I was either neglecting my children or my job, and I often felt, quite guilty. And it was as if the world was trying to tell me that I couldn't do both.
When my dad died, the family business was passed down to me. And even though I had my own career and my own life, I wanted to take on that responsibility of running my dad's company. Trouble was, I didn't know where to start.
I'd just been through a traumatic divorce. After 35 years of marriage, I felt my life was over. I'd never really had to look after myself before. I was dependent upon my husband. He'd always been the breadwinner of the family, and he looked after all the finances. He did everything for me. And then all of a sudden I found myself on my own, not knowing what to do.
When I discussed my situation, Mind Engine made me realise that actually I was free to pursue anything I wanted to do. I mean, at first I had no idea, but the one thing I did know was that I did not want to go back to a job that made me unhappy, where I was working horrendously long hours and I was completely unfulfilled. And my sessions with Mind Engine were all about working through what I really wanted to do. And then I found something I was passionate about, and I made the decision to go it alone. And Mind Engine helped me with everything, from the paperwork involved in setting up my own business, to creating a business plan, to a financial focus, to having a strategy for getting these ideas off the ground. They also gave me business coaching in areas where I wasn't very comfortable before, like effective communication and sales skills.
Well, Mind Engine worked with me to help create a career development plan which includes timelines. It's been a really helpful exercise, as I now have a very clear idea about what I should be hoping to achieve and by when. They helped me identify who I needed to speak to within my company, which has given me a real insight into how big organisations work. I've also had some coaching sessions to help me develop effective communication and time management skills. And Mind Engine, well, they've just given me the confidence to really achieve what I want to out of life.
Yeah, Mind Engine really helped me develop the skills and realise my own potential in who I am and what I can do. I've gained the trust and loyalty now of the employees. I'm really motivated. I am going to succeed in this, and I really think that my dad will be proud of me.
Mind Engine, they provide encouragement and support, really make you feel at ease. With their help, I found the inspiration to explore new options. Before, I worked for a newspaper as a journalist, and they've made me explore new options. I'm now thinking of doing some freelancing, possibly looking at maybe making some kids storybooks, things like that. All in all though, they're making me feel really positive, and I now feel I'm able to achieve the right balance in my life.
I'm so thankful to Mind Engine. They've given me the self-confidence that I really needed. After the divorce, everything was a blur, and now things are looking clearer. And thanks to them, they've given me the opportunity to start my own business. With the encouragement and the positive attitude that they give me, and the patience. I'm not just a number, I'm a person, an actual person. And I honestly feel like I have a new lease of life, a new beginning.
What at first had seemed like the end of the world, actually turned out to be the beginning of a whole new one for me. And Mind Engine played a valuable part in helping me form an action plan and a timescale to implement it. What impressed me most about their approach was that they didn't tell me what to do. I was the one coming up with the ideas, and they helped me turn those ideas into actions. And Mind Engine are clearly passionate about what they do. They care about delivering a professional solution that works, and it's been a very positive experience for me. I mean, I'd certainly urge people to use Mind Engine services if they find themselves facing big changes in life, just like I did.
Well, thanks to my coaching with Mind Engine, I now feel far better equipped to strive for what I want to achieve professionally, as building a successful career is dependent on more than just having the academic ability to do a good job. My coaching with Mind Engine focused on developing my presentation, communication and leadership qualities, which are essential skills when you're climbing the corporate ladder. I think that any young professional could benefit from Mind Engine's instruction if they wanted to give themselves an edge. It certainly worked for me, and I can't thank them enough.
Before my sessions, I must admit I did have some preconceptions about life coaching that were, well, let's say less than favourable. But my experience with Mind Engine has totally changed that. Their professional approach and constructive guidance has taught me to stand back from the situation and take an objective view. And I've really learnt a lot about myself. I feel better equipped to deal with any challenges that the future may bring. I'm actually going away to book some more sessions with Mind Engine and get them to help me develop an action plan to get my storybooks off the ground. The storybook idea is something, before I had the children, was something I never would have thought about doing. But with their help, their guidance, it's definitely a path that I want to pursue. Again, I would have no hesitation in recommending Mind Engine to anybody, even those sceptics out there. That was me before, and I've not looked back since.
Well, sessions have been booked for next week. We're discussing the long-term plans and strategies for the business, and they also continue to help me with the emotional sides of what I've been through.
I feel better equipped now to deal with life's challenges, and it's thanks to Mind Engine. If it hadn't been for them, for the guidance they've given me and all the help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. Have a go. If you're thinking about it, go for it. It worked for me. It can work for you.